Hello everyone, this is Bichao and welcome back to my channel. Now today we are going to be talking about the new elephant in the room, which is the XUV700 or whatever we've seen of it till now. Now look, this video is not about bashing the car or trash talking about it, but it's simply a quick discussion about what we've seen about the car till now from the leaked images and a little bit of speculation on what the car actually is going to be in its final stage. I will reserve my full and final opinion about this car till the time it's officially released and we know exactly on paper what it exactly is, and till the time people have actually driven it and we know more about the confirmed details and options and the features that are going to come with it. Now, have you ever come across a person who's not very good looking but is an absolute gem of a person deep down inside his heart? The XUV700 is kind of its equivalent in the car world. While there are always going to be polarizing opinions about any new car that comes to the market, one thing is for sure that a lot of people are actually not liking what they're seeing with the leaked images of the XUV700. And some of them are even going outright and calling it ugly. From the outside, the XUV700 looks like a lot of things. It looks like a Photoshop combination of the top 10 results that come on Google search for car design stitched all together. It looks like Mahindra created a clay model of the XUV700 before the pandemic and they just left it there, and then they all went into lockdown, and when they came back the clay model had slightly melted down, but they decided to use it any which way. I mean, everything sort of looks asymmetrical and nothing matches with the other component on the car. Like for example, at the front, the headlights look overly big for the small-ish kind of grille at the front. At the same time, the rear tail light look massive in comparison to the rear design or the rear shape. For some reason, there doesn't seem to be a flow to the entire car. It almost feels like Mahindra broke their design team into small sub-teams, where each sub-team was given a separate part to design, and none of those teams were actually allowed to talk to each other or see each other's design. And when they came together in the end of it, they all sort of clubbed all their different design pieces together to make one car. Now, going back to my initial ideology of ugly on the outside and beautiful on the inside, if you see the latest teasers that Mahindra released, it is pretty much similar situation with the XUV700, where the interior actually looks pretty well laid out. Everything looks very symmetrical. There's a kind of a design flow throughout the entire cabin. The AC vents are nice and symmetrical and they are proportional even in comparison to the XUV500 before this. The center console looks very well laid out, where there's a nice big space to keep things right in front of the gear shift lever. The choice of materials also look really good, especially on the seats. And along with that, even the dual Mercedes-Benz styled digital information display looks really nice and crisp, and it even looks like it might be the best in its segment. The teaser also shows a massive panoramic sunroof on top, which I really hope is not used for children to be popping their heads out while the car is driving, and instead is used for light and air to come inside the cabin. But then you take a closer look at the teaser and you look at the display screen and you realize that the drive modes are called zip, zap, zoom. Like what? Why? I mean, how does it even make sense? I'm pretty sure that this is kind of a decision which has been taken by the marketing team instead of the engineering team, because those are the only kind of people who will come up with something weird, something just a weird kind of a terminology to justify something new, something unique and something distinct to market to customers with their cars. Because just think of it, I mean, out of all the different manufacturers in the world who have driving modes in their car, none of them have named it in such absurd ways, because there's a reason behind it. When you name the driving mode Eco or Comfort or Sport Plus or something similar, there is a kind of familiarity with the end user where they know what each driving mode does. But when you name it Zip, Zap, Zoom, the end customer is going to be left confused and not understand what each mode does. And I'm really hoping that Mahindra reconsiders these naming conventions, because thankfully this is a software feature, and a software feature means that you can change the language within the software and revert it back to normal. And I really hope that Mahindra does that before they officially release this car. Also, another feature that Mahindra showcased in their teasers was that the overspeeding warning can be customized to a person's voice. I can see this going wrong in multiple ways, especially considering the kind of creative people we have around us. Just imagine if somebody wants to play a prank on you and goes inside and changes the voice message. It could be really embarrassing when you're driving with your family and suddenly you overspeed and a weird voice message comes on. Also, another interesting detail that you can notice in the leaked images of the XUV700 is that the car actually has two fuel filler caps, one at the front above the wheel arch and one at the back, which means that this car most probably in its top end variant might come as a plug-in hybrid, which will sit above the standard petrol and the diesel models. Also on the outside, you'll notice door handles that sit flush with the body of the car, just like how they are in the Jaguar F-Type or the Tesla Model S. Now, while both of them might look very similar, they have completely different ways of operation. The F-type door latch is more on a manual operation where you press at the front and the rear part of the latch lifts up. You can put your hand underneath and pull the door open. While at the same time, the Model S is 100% electronic where you press the unlock button on your key fob and the door electronically moves out. This means two completely different things. If Mahindra has gone the Tesla way, that means there are motors to actuate the door handle, which means that there are more moving parts, which means there are more things that can break over time, which means there are more things to repair. Let's see, only time will tell what direction Mahindra has taken. Overall, the amount of hype Mahindra had created around the XUV700 had got a lot of people excited. And some of them, if not many, have actually been a little disappointed by how the leaked images show the exterior design of the car. Now, some of the people are saying that the images are heavily distorted and the car would actually look much better in real life. That is something that we'll only have to wait and see till the time the car is officially launched, hopefully in the middle of August or towards the end of August. Anyways, I hope you liked this quick breakdown of the XUV700 from whatever we've seen till now. And let me know what you think about the car from whatever you've seen till now down in the comments below. And also let me know what do you think of these kind of videos. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'm going to see you in the next one. Till then, ciao.